Hi, on this video of Working Dirt, we're going to be showing my niece describing how we built a wheelchair for my dog Debo, who has hip dysplasia. And I'm sorry I didn't capture the whole build process, but I will list the materials that we use, and hopefully that gives you the confidence or inspiration to try to build one for your dog in a similar situation. And I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned. Debo's about to get his D-roller tonight. Layla's about to meet us. This is how he's walking right now. If he slightly moves to the right, he'll lose his balance and fall on his butt. But he's a trooper. Hold on, Debo. See, and then he gets an itch or a nerve reflex or something, but he'll be better tonight. Hold on, Debo. So today we have Debo and Layla, and we wanted to share with you something that we came up with to help Debo in his everyday life. So Layla, what do we do?
So basically, our dog Debo, he has definitely been suffering from like his
hip dysplasia.
His hip dysplasia stuff. It kind of just gave out, and so it was hard for him. He can't even run. He can barely walk, and even when he does start to walk, he'll walk for a couple seconds, and then he'll end up dragging his feet. So this part of his feet, like where his knuckles are, he'll put it underneath of his ankle, and that'll cause his knuckles to end up bleeding, and they leave marks on the floor. And even though he can't really feel it, he can't feel from like the waist on,
because the nerves start
yeah
disconnecting, or lack of a better term.
That's just not right. You don't want your dogs to bleed.
But they still need exercise, right?
Yeah, and they still need to walk and exercise, or else you're not gonna get as much like love and life out of them. And so we kind of came up with the idea to make a wheelchair for him. But when you think wheelchair for a dog, you think the online ones that are just really metal and are super expensive, like $200 to $400.
Yeah.
And probably even more. But we came up with the idea to just like make a wheelchair that you can use with like not everyday items, but items that aren't too expensive, that you're just like paying an arm and a leg. And because no one wants to pay like $200 to $400 for a wheelchair that you can simply make. So we ended up coming up with the name, the D-roller.
Right here.
So we took out the middle part, and as you can see, this all is a dolly. We just put fabric and stuff, and then we took out the middle part right here. We had to cover this up because it was really tough.
That's what allows it to extend in and
hard.
out. And we found the perfect length and then connected it where we liked it and taped it.
And this middle part right here, that was all like just a big chunk of metal in there, and clearly we can't put a dog in there. So we unscrewed and took out all the bolts and stuff that you need to have the dolly structure. And we measured it on him, and it took us a few tries to see the actual like length that we needed. Because
we had it pretty long the first time, right? We had it extended out
over here.
Yeah.
So we needed to take a measure on him.
What do we do with the wheels?
The wheels, because if you guys have heard of like the people that are disabled, they have some of them will play like basketball and have like a whole team, or just the racing. You'll see, if you really pay attention to their wheels, they'll be slanted. And so what we thought to do is slant his wheels, because he's like
fast.
Before this happened, he was a very active dog. And so we decided to just slant the wheels so he has that ability to turn and not just tip over.
Yeah. And you can see more if we would go this way. You can see how they're tilted out a little bit.
So you can see what angle they're at. We decided to put fabric and stuff because we had a very hard time seeing how his legs would fit. Like, we had a hip harness for him, but that just wasn't doing it. We didn't have anything to hook it to the sides, and even that, it wasn't, he's chewing.
Yeah.
Even that, he wasn't off the floor. But for this, you need him to be off the floor. And then, so I had an idea, we all had an idea, to put like a sheet or a blanket, kind of like this, but a lot lower. But then I noticed just so happens I'm a sewer, so I have a bunch of just like felt and fleece and everything.
Extra pieces.
Extra scraps. And why not just put that to use?
And we strengthen the front and back, right?
Yeah, and so I had to sew this part right like this material along the PVC, but the one piece of thread wasn't doing it because thread isn't that strong, especially for supporting his whole like waist and half of his body. So I put in 3 more pieces of thread all together and just sewed that in to make it that extra support. Like, as you can see, it's not like super stretchy right there, but it can stretch like once you get closer to the middle.
And that kind of helps him stay secure in it, right?
Yeah.
Come here. Come here.
He's feeling so good.
Come on, Debo. Yeah, I know.
Subscribe
Yeah,
and like.
Should we go to the top of the hill? What are we making, Layla?
A dog chair, wheelchair thing.
Wheelchair, so Devo can be wheeling?
Yeah.
Maybe doing some wheelies?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Coolest dog in the block, bro.
Yeah, girl. Get it,
They
girl.
see me rolling.
Ah, yeah.